Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to yet another IPO summary video of Afcons Infrastructure Limited. It's going to be a very interesting video. I'm sure you will get to know a lot about the company. So we're just going to directly get started. This is an engineering and construction company of the pretty much renowned Shapoorji Pallonji Group. It is into an EP, it runs EPC projects. Now, what is EPC? E stands for engineering, P procurement and C construction. I'll just give you a simple example for this, okay. One of the famous projects that this company has completed is the Samruddhi Mahamarg in Maharashtra, okay. I'm also going to show you a few amazing projects that they have done. Something like Afcons have also built this Chena Bridge, which is the tallest single arch railway bridge in the world, not only in India, okay. Plus they have also built this amazing Atal tunnel, which is again world's longest highway tunnel, located at 3000 meters above the sea level. So I think such are miraculous projects which any Indian infrastructure company can do. So all these are comparatively tough projects. So amazing that we are getting a chance to discuss this company. But going back to our discussion on what is EPC and just going back to Samruddhi Mahamarga. So once they decide that okay, this entire highway needs to be constructed. Now first things first, engineers will have to decide what should be the exact route, where will there be certain landscape, what will be the landscape requirements, all the engineering drawings and that will be done, okay. Approvals will be taken obviously. Then according to the engineering design, material will have to be procured, okay, and once the procurement is done, then the third step starts, which is construction, okay. So I hope you have understood the concept of EPC, and they mainly execute a lot of complex, challenging and unique EPC projects, both within India as well as internationally, okay. In the last 11 years, how many projects they have successfully completed? 79 projects successfully completed in 17 countries, and the total value of all these contracts put together is around 563.05 billion rupees. And now, again, one more important point. Till date, they have completed 79 projects, but they have ongoing projects to the tally of 65. That's a big number again. Their total aggregate order book right now stands at 317 billion rupees, whereas the total historic executed value is still at 563 billion rupees. So almost 50% as an order book is amazing now. Going ahead now, I talked about Samruddhi Mahamarg, I talked about this Chena Bridge, I did talk about Atal tunnel. Other than that, they have also taken projects for Kolkata Metro. Of course, I've heard that even some parts of Pune Metro is what they have done. Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed railway, that's again one of their ongoing projects. So all in all, if we were to categorize which are the different infrastructure business verticals that this company takes up, they take projects in 5 verticals. Number 1, marine and industrial. So in marine, you can understand that, let's say they are constructing ports. So JNPT, again here you can see 4th container terminal JNPT, again constructed by them. Surface transports, something like highways, road, I did give an example of Samruddhi Mahamarga. Urban infrastructure, which includes metro works, I did give example of Kolkata Metro and Pune Metro. Hydro and underground, so here not only underground roads, not only underground tunnels, they are also constructing an underground sea tunnel right now. Underground sea tunnel, undersea tunnel, whatever. So that is what they are constructing right now, and also some oil and gas projects. Okay. Before we move on to the industry analysis, let me tell you that this Diwali is going to be special. Why this Diwali? I am asking you to prioritize learning over spending. I'm not saying don't spend. Of course, you have to spend. It's Diwali. But if you want to give a little bit more priority, give more priority to learning, we are launching special coupon codes. You can use the coupon code Diwali for any single course discount, and you can use the coupon code discount, which is RR combo. These are like special discounts which are valid only for a specific time frame. So would definitely tell you that you should invest in knowledge. That is what will give you best returns. And also the markets are comparatively a little bit jittery right now. So for those who are post-corona investors and they have seen only nice things happening in the market, if you have invested at higher levels and right now markets is somewhere at a lower level, if you start to panic, if you start to sell right now, if RIs start selling in tons and tons, then it can take the market further downward. So you need to have conviction over you holding stocks. Where will the conviction come from? When you learn and then you earn. Okay, so definitely invest in knowledge, and these are the coupon codes for you. Moving ahead with the industry analysis, all in all good, right? India's GDP story, everyone knows about it. Today we'll talk about a different concept, which is GVA. Now, what is the difference between GDP and GVA? Again, this is a part not from the prospectus. This is just more from an educational perspective. GVA in the construction sector increased from 7.8 trillion to 14.4 trillion from 2012 to 2024. This is roughly a growth of 9.9% if I am talking YOY 2024. Now, what is the difference between GVA and GDP? For that I have taken an example, and for that just check this out. Assume that Afcons constructs a bridge worth rupees 1,000 lakhs. Forget lakhs right now, 1,000. They are constructing a bridge of 1,000. That's a final value. Out of this 1,000, let us say 600 rupees worth was steel and other raw material. Okay, so steel material, that is the raw material cost. Ultimate value is 1,000. So that 400 rupees is nothing but the value addition that they are doing. From that steel costing 600 to the bridge going to 1,000. That 400 is what they are doing as a value addition. Now, value addition could also be, as an example, it could be also the labor cost. It could also include some profits, whatever. Okay, so whatever is the value added, that is the GVA. Now, you'll be like, Acha, then where will 600 rupees go, Rachana? Isn't 600 the GVA? 600 will be the GVA of the steel industry, because that is their, that is the industry ka 600 rupees. So, in short, if you have understood, GVA is more of sectoral, of an industry, whereas GDP typically is of a country. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. So logically tell me, should GDP be always more than GVA? And answer is obviously yes. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, GDP versus GVA. Now, if I were to go ahead, here you can see what is a trend in India's construction GVA. Again, GVA industry related. Here you can see GVA was more or less flattish till 2020, 2021, whatever. You can also see the percentage of construction GVA to total GVA, or percentage of total GVA to GDP also. It was dropping till 2020-21, and from here it is going up. Similar is what we can see even in absolute numbers. So all in all, industry wise looks good, no second thoughts on that. If I were to also talk about upcoming metro projects, total project costs which are upcoming are $70,000 million roughly. I'm rounding it off. Out of that, 25,000 are at planning stage, 25,000 are at under construction stage. So out of $70,000 million worth projects, 50,000 are in pipeline. Correct? So is that a good one? Yes. Moving on to the financials, you can see overall revenue from operations has grown from 1,10,000 all rupees in millions to 1,32,000. That's CAGR for revenue of 9.72%. Profit has grown from 3,576 millions to 4,497 millions. That's a PAT of 12% growth. CAGR 12% basically. What is a little bit, bothering me is PAT margin 3.3%. That is pretty low, right? Now, what is the problem here? I'll tell you. All these are not small duration projects. See, building something like this Chenab bridge or huge, that will take maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 or 5 years also sometimes. Now, in a period of 5 years, could there be a possibility that raw material cost shoots up? Yes. Now, the moment inflation starts hitting and it starts going up, now there could be 2-3 possibilities. The whole cost overrun, means the whole cost shooting up, needs to be borne by Afcons, possibility 1. Possibility number 2, they will be able to pass on entirely to the government, and possibility number 2, it will be like in some percentage. Some percentage government is bearing, some percentage Afcons is bearing. But if government is not going to bear that, if they are going to bear it for a certain project, that this depends on project to project, okay, in that case what will happen? Can their PAT margin again see some sort of pressure? Answer is yes. Okay, so be aware about all these points, right? Talking about their order book, again order book is I told you, right, as compared to total projects done by them till date, uska 50% is orders in hand. But if I were to compare this figure with sales or revenue ka figure, it's almost 3 times. This is 1,32,000 million and this is 3,17,474 million, almost 3x of their revenue. So good one. If I were to talk about peer comparison, L&T is way bigger as compared to Afcons. Just have a look at the revenue numbers as well. Have a look at something like a return on net worth as well. PAT margins. L&T is way ahead in a lot of numbers, right? But if I were to talk about PAT margins, still they are better as compared to KC International, Kalpataru or Dilip Bilcon is a little bit higher, right? So that's about the peer comparison. We will talk about the valuation as well. Chalo. First we'll talk about valuation as compared to, because we did talk about the peers, right? Based on peers, we come to industry PE. Industry PE right now is at 47.91, but the company PE is at 35.07. So good, whenever company's PE is lower than the industry PE, what does it mean? That as compared to the average, their price is lower. Okay, their PE basically is lower as compared to the industry average. Is that considered as a good sign? Answer is yes. Okay. Now going ahead with key risks, important risks now. Total litigations against the company 50,000 million rupees as compared to the PAT of 4,497 million as at FY24. So litigations are approximately 11 times of the annual profit. Is that again big? Answer is yes. Okay. How much of their total revenue comes from the government? Almost 69.8. So almost 70% dependency is on the government. I can't say it's like, oh God, now what will happen? What are they doing? Arey Baba, who is going to give them a contract to build a highway or a bridge or an undersea tunnel? I can't, right? I mean, individuals can't. Even companies may not. It will be majorly governments only. So it's a part and parcel of the risk related to the industry rather than only Afcons. Okay. Moving on, this point I already talked about the actual cost overrunning in case of projects. Who will be required to bear that? We did talk about it. Coming to the objects of the issue now, currently they have decided that out of the total issue size, which will be of 54,300 million, offer for sale is going to be 41,800 million, fresh issue is only of 12,500 million. What are they going to do with this? Major chunk is going to go for repayment of the loans, typically loans which are like which are costlier loans. They will be knocking off those costlier loans. They are also going to use this for long-term working capital requirements and capex for some purchase of construction equipments. IPO opens on 25th of October, closes on 29th of October. This is the price band, all the basic details that you can see on screen. So all in all, interesting companies. Definitely what I can say, everyone knows that government is focusing a lot on infrastructure right now. So what we have done is we have taken a holistic understanding about the company, right from what does the company do to the key risks to the industry to the valuation. Everything is what we have discussed. My role is to summarize this whole discussion, which runs into 500 plus pager RHP into something like a 15-16 minutes, whatever video, I don't know, but 15-16 minutes video roughly. That's how I try to reduce your time of understanding the company. If you did like this video, oh by the way, this is a shoot and release video, so just in case if I fumbled upon something, please check out the pinned comment. I'm also going to put the link of our website rachanaranade.com in the pinned comment, just in case if you want to invest in knowledge and use these coupon codes. Also check out the pinned comment. If you did like this video, don't forget to smash the like button, don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.
Hello everyone, this is a serious reel. I'm going to talk about the biggest scam in my name which is currently happening. Some fraudsters are using AI and deepfake technology to use my video footage, but the words used in that video are totally different. Have a look at how that fraud video looks like.
Attention investors, your big opportunity is here. 6 months ago, we recommended NTPC stock at 235 rupees and today it soared to 420 rupees. If you had invested 1 lakh rupees, you'd now have 180,000 rupees in your pocket. Today, we're about to reveal another skyrocketing stock in our free WhatsApp group, one that could bring you incredible returns. Don't miss out. Join our free WhatsApp group now to get this exclusive stock tip and maximize your profits.
But then how do you understand whether the ad in which I appear is genuine or not? There are two simple tricks. Number one, if it is my ad, it will be posted through my account which has a blue tick and it has the name CA_Rachana Ranade. But the blue tick is really important. Number two, whenever I run any ad, it will have a specific call to action to visit my courses on my websites rachanaranade.com or rachanaranade.in. I will never ever ask you to join any WhatsApp group. I will never ever give any recommendation. So please help me to spread this word with everyone. I request everyone to share this reel on your story so that no one gets cheated.